Hello, I'm meteorologist Dan Darby, and welcome to the National Weather Service Weekly Weather Briefing for Thursday, October 3rd, 2013. High pressure will weaken its grip into Friday as a cold front pushes into the southern plains, then into the Mississippi Valley on Saturday. The cold front is expected to interact with Tropical Storm Karen as it moves inland somewhere along the north-central Gulf Coast region early Saturday morning, then moving across Georgia on Sunday and Sunday night. This would spread showers and thunderstorms into the state beginning sometime on Saturday, with more widespread coverage expected on Sunday and Sunday night, with the rains possibly moving out on Monday. High pressure and drier conditions are expected to move back in for Tuesday through the end of the work week. Tropical Storm Karen is located several hundred miles south of the mouth of the Mississippi River and is moving north at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This movement is expected to continue through Friday and could possibly strengthen to hurricane strength sometime Friday afternoon. For the month of October, climatology shows most tropical systems originate in the Caribbean or eastern Gulf of Mexico, then track north and northeast, with the most likely track across Florida and up along the Atlantic east coast. We also see a sharp decline in tropical activity during the month of October, but it's important to remember the Atlantic hurricane season does not officially end until November 30th. A quick look back at similar points of origin since 1995 shows that 3 tropical storms impacted the state of Georgia, with Tropical Storm Allison in 1995 and Alberto in 2006 moving across South Georgia, then Hurricane Cindy in 2005 moving across North Georgia. History reinforces the fact that all of Georgia is vulnerable to potential tropical storm impacts once a storm enters the Gulf of Mexico, as is the case with Karen. Here's the forecast from the National Hurricane Center, and of course the main concern is the potential impacts from Tropical Storm Karen as it moves inland along the central Gulf Coast region sometime late Saturday night or early Sunday morning, then pushes across north and central Georgia on Sunday. This graphic shows all the tropical models on Karen and shows a tight cluster along the central Gulf Coast region during landfall, then takes a storm to the northeast across north, central, or even south Georgia on Sunday. 2 of the more commonly used general forecast models show some differences in timing and position with Karen, with one model showing landfall near the mouth of the Mississippi River early Sunday morning, then taking a track toward North Georgia by early Sunday. The second model takes a slower and more eastern track, moving Karen across the Florida Panhandle and across South Georgia and parts of Central Georgia later on Sunday. The expected impacts across Georgia from Tropical Storm Karen include the potential for heavy rainfall, with 2 to 3 inches likely across at least parts of North Georgia and 1 to 2 inches elsewhere. Isolated higher amounts are likely with the expected training of rain bands on the northeast and east sides of Karen as it approaches Saturday night and moves across the area on Sunday. Of course, one of the main concerns with the impacts from Tropical Storm Karen would be the potential threat for isolated tornadoes. At this time, model instability and wind shear values suggest a greater isolated tornado threat would be across parts of central and south Georgia, and mainly on Sunday and possibly into early Sunday night. The forecast track from the National Hurricane Center indicates winds as strong as 25 to 35 miles an hour, of course with higher gusts, would begin to spread into west central Georgia sometime late Sunday morning, then into much of north and the rest of central Georgia Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. So in summary, there's a greater chance for impacts from Tropical Storm Karen and the interaction with an approaching cold front will be on Sunday and Monday for the state of Georgia. The cold front could enhance rainfall amounts over north and central Georgia, even if Karen takes a more southern route and tracks across South Georgia, with 1 to 3 inches of rainfall likely across the state. Wind speeds of 25 to 35 miles an hour with higher gusts are possible Sunday afternoon through Sunday night. Expected instability in wind shear values also suggests that northeast and the eastern quads of Karen could produce a few isolated tornadoes just about anywhere in Georgia on Sunday and into Sunday evening and possibly Sunday night.